Hello, folks of YouTube. I'm SL. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We're here in episode 4. Going back in for what may be the end, I'm assuming. Not sure, though. We're gonna give it a shot. We are in trial, locked in combat against the horrors of Dahlia herself, back in the past. And we're up with Diego Armando, who we somehow didn't realize was Godot. Until, I mean, it was obvious when we saw him, but like I hadn't thought that wasn't a theory we had concocted before we saw him in person. So, can Mia survive the case? I think so. But can this guy survive the case? Much less sure about this. Mr. Fala's eye. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove she committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information, right. What we need the most, info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do it. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. Mr. Follows, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. Jeez. This picture reminds me everything. But it looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart at any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Huh. Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Huh? Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister. What, are you serious? The girl, let her go. Shut up, I'm closer than a killer. Maybe we saw this last time. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can see why she did it. Wrong. No protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betrayed us. What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel. Ugh. Similar to my soap operas. True. Do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich, jewelry business, we got one jewel, as we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap notes, they sent to her dad, asked for $2 million diamond, they tell him to make exchange in Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie makes the transfer because she's a new detective. Having a police detective in your pocket's a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman. That woman, Valerie, she did it for real. She shot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in the river. She jumped. jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out and woke up with the police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. And that man, Terry Follows, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why'd she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yeah, but I forget what she looked like, so I told her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. I just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer coming from her mouth. That's all. So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Follis, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kid. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you get back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia. That day on the bridge, Dahlia put it in the backpack. Now gone, with Dahlia gone forever into Evil River. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute. You can go back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Follow, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her, my sweet Dahlia. They never found her? Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia, my teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14. 14? Man, how old? Whatever. We're not thinking about this too hard. We're just gonna move. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Why the fake kidnapping and disappeared into the river with a rock worth 2 mil? Man, oh man. Angels these days. Yeah. Follows takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a... It's time, kid. So we have a few more races up our sleeve now. You bet. Diamond out of the court. Okay. Training wheels come off now, Mia. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. All angels are demons. Teleports away from Frank Kugel. Exactly. Exactly. That's one of my rules. Remember it. He's got a lot of rules. But they're mostly good. So it works out. Alright, here we go. Versus Edgeworth with the judge here. Armando's got his cup of coffee. Now let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Follows. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. Yo, Fake Pie, what up? I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get your client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on innocent students is... What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime, that's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman is a murderer. Motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. Huh. You're still acting as tame as a kitten. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Sorry about that, folks. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. looks like this witness is a real pro. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well, let's see what the witness has to say. Alright, here we go. Melissa Foster's history. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping the poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. Out the back, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. Here we go. Alright. Right into the thick of it. Here we go. Let's get it. Hold it. So, what country were you living in then? We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed... It was a brutal civil war. She had to try and make her way back home alone. I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification. What kind of sob story is this? What do I do to press her for details? Yeah. Like Diego said last time, why wait? Find out early. Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in? Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case. I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl, that's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne. Yes, I think you've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then. Shall we just add what you stated to the official testimony? Yes, please, Mr. Judge. Hold it. You didn't know either person, are you certain of that? Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people. Oh well, that can't be helped. Why is he just agreeing to everything that comes out of her mouth? The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct? Yes, it really was a coincidence. Okay. Did we have anything on that before? Not yet? Okay, we don't yet. So, what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors, picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me. You do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you, she's really gone too far. Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here. I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. Okay. Perhaps, but your behavior today was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratch on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing. Oh, really? And why is that? The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time the officer showed her the photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Huh. The oldest trick in the prosecutor's book. That's not fair. That wicked inmate, I'll never really forget that horrible day. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. She's right about that. Follows is kind of forgetful. Keep going. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who he was without some kind of identification, right? Well, quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Fall's reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should be the last statement? Yeah. Let's have it put on the testimony. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like to add to the testimony. Prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. Testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why I... Enough. Witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge. Okay, here we go. Should she have known that? What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone's wearing scarves. If I'd accidentally worn a white scarf like he said, then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for the world. Huh. Like you pressed too hard this time, kid. Mr. Armando, keep looking around you and you lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Yeah, you told me to press more last time. We're kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant's a terrible, horrible monster. You knew about that incident? But weren't you to the country till the year before last? Well, I saw a report about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history. So you were still living abroad 5 years ago, is that correct? Yes. I can't let her get away with these lies. Listen to me, she's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow, you have to get her to show the court her true self. Oh jeez, okay. This is getting complicated. I'm a little sus. Oh, we have 2 health. Oh no. I forgot. Man, why did I do this to myself? Okay, anyway. Here's what I'm gonna do. This one's a little sus as a presentation, but it's a thought that crossed my mind. Current thinking. Oh, right, I forgot. Important, I forgot. Important. This is maybe a little bit of a stretch. A little bit of a stretch. Hear me out. Hear me out. How would he have seen her? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Alternatively, she shouldn't have known it was supposed to be a white scarf. It should be blue. Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. Hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Oh, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh? Yeah, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing. I've got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? Farquaad pointing. This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh! Oh, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? Hello, Ozzy, welcome. It's true the scarf doesn't look white, but only one explanation for the mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white was... I'm gonna guess it's this. Witness, have you ever seen this note? Here to reclaim what is rightfully mine. Yamato? No, the Von Karma Perfect Victory. No, no, never. It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would've. Hair flip. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Follis' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification. White scarf? Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Ms. Foster? No! K.O. Etc. Order, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people who knew were quite limited. Terry Follis is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne's another. And finally, one more person. Did you say one more person? That's right, a person who no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yup. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... it's Dahlia Hawthorne, deceased. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. That's what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there. Who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Faye must be desperately trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Follis. You said she was killed, was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she died 5 years ago when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she'd have to be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even you couldn't. Ms. Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Yo, let's go? Yeah, nice work. It's like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Hell of an assembly, but it worked. But once you can tie all these loose ends together, nothing but a hidden-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature. I can turn this whole case on its head. And that was my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did you say? It's like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why... You hadn't revealed her secret. He wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne was something much more precious, her big sister. Ms. Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Ms. Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing her beloved sister? Yo, what's up, Couch? Oh, rip. Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Huh. Think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That wasn't me. It's this guy, the crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Huh. What makes you think they're empty, boy? But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can fix. And yeah, my only advice on that front so far is, yeah, just especially if you got like a mono-posed kit, just be careful on the what you're clipping off the sprue. And yeah, if you're not using plastic cement, it's a lot easier. If you're using plastic cement, it's really, of course, hard to I would recommend plastic cement heavily, but also it can make it harder to take stuff apart for sure. It's going well though. We're deep in it already. Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Think you're in a tough spot. Of course, aren't I? No. Proud the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? Ugh, the rashness of youth. How charming. Dude, you're younger. Yeah, I was gonna say, yep. Sweating bullets can't be healthy, so true. Now, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would... Oh, I didn't get to hit escape! Word. Yeah, and there's lots of modifications you can do too, which is great. That's a nice thing. At the end of the day, you just got some plastic to work with, so whatever you think looks good, whatever you can make work. Okay. I think this has got to be it. Don't fuck up. We have a save to load, thankfully. Let's get it. What is this? Is the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I don't get the punchline. Well, Ms. Faye. Oh, that was the rashness of youth? Okay. Oh, rip! No! Okay. Oh god, how far back are we? Oh, okay. Alright. Well. That's good, I'm just saying. Be careful. Okay. Objection. The notes. Flip. Thud. Thud. Confirmed hit. Thud. Dahlia Hawthorne. Ding, shrug, thud. Notice she was trying to be balling in Smash 64 and thought and put on Link against Samus. Hair flip. That is precisely what I'm saying. What song is this? This is a good song. Is this Pursued or Cornered? One of those two? Confess the truth 2004, okay. Thank you. Okay. We made it, folks. Yay! Okay. Alright, here we go. Thank you, Armando. Okay, it's now up to me. What I guess that's too far out still. We're gonna go with this one this time. The whole truth must come out. The story. Yo, okay, let's go! The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Ms. Faye, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Ms. Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Okay, we're getting there. Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Unbelievable. Dude, I can't... What is happening with the judge? I'll try, Mr. Judge. Play on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. It'll be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. There's so much happening in this case. A3, good. A3, very 2004. Okay. Okay. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Fallas. Okay, setting a tone from 5 years ago. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought her to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Fallas in the arm. That's when Mr. Fallas tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I'd then be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And went to believe that after all that, she promoted her sister. Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ms. Faye. Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Edgeworth got to jump at me again. Huh. We're not allowed to fight. Let's twist some arms. I agree. At the very least, let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. The ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Cherry Follows told us that in the lobby. In case you forgot. Anything Dahlia says. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Here we go. Alright. Quick save. Did you, Mr. Follows, have a relationship? Falls? Oh my god, is it Falls? That's much funnier. It's like Falls, like a waterfall, because there's a waterfall. And did you, Mr. Falls, have a relationship? Man. Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, then, Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. I heard the diamond was valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million! It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk? I don't want to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as the detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up on that mountain? If you ever got surrounded, you had to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it'd be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right, it was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain, and... that was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but... actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. Like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Bloodthirsty grin, ooh. And in the next instant... I advised the court to remember the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. A crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And just one little shove from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. And that's why you hid your identity. Yes, I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne. Yeah, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness had been deceased for 5 years. I didn't want anything like that to happen to me again. You were there, it was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on, and you think I killed her? There's no way I could. Moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. We just gotta prove the kidnapping of the hoax. Okay, how do we do that? How do we do that? I turned to try and run away. Mr. Falls tried to grab me as well. How does this work physically? From behind? Alright, let's give that another. Give this a shot real quick. Let's go! You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry, this wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed, instead of being carried over the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh. So true. Let's go. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true the witness testified the defendant pushed into the river. However, she never stated she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Edgeworth's faces are so good. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Ms. Hawthorne and Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct. Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court! It seems Ms. Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. No time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is the start of Ms. Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning was something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Is it this again? We didn't get to save. This has the bridge unchanged for 5 years tag on it, so I'm going with this. The wires on the side. Yeah! Let's go! Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take with the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend to up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendants. Why is it this wouldn't be a problem for him? He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old and thrown her over. He'd been shot in the arm. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Oh. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had your gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Fall is throwing the witness off the bridge? That's clearly impossible. Ugh. Etc. Order, order. Well, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the river intentionally. What? El Tigre? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yeah, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. It was El Tigre, exactly. Oh, then what was it? What was so important she wanted to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. I'm assuming it's the diamond. It has to be. Yeah. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Oh, there's that sprite again. Let's go. Wait, that's simply ridiculous. Yep, there's the evil sprite. Let's go. Objection. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think 14-year-olds capable of such a demonic plan? We didn't have... It's possible, though. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? Yeah, but she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Yeah, 14. Have you not seen any of those horror movies about children who are creepy and demonic? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the last 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices of the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Who is that? We're laughing at a time like this. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? It's you amusing woman, Ms. Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14 I plotted it with my Mr. Fowles and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that... well, Ms. Fey. I don't know. What a joke. You, Ms. Fey, are you stupid or something? Ugh. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have the size of proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl's made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Heh. That would evidence the trial's over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando! Come on now, kid. How would you figure it out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister Valerie Hawthorne. Yes, absolutely. That was a big part. I think Mia recognized too, right? I'm pretty sure Mia recognized her at least. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yeah, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? Only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Terry Falls. That's it. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant. Only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. So true. Mia's story is completely flawless. Exactly. And that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edwards, what's your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witnesses stand. Oh god. It's my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls is the only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised to never ever betray each other. Terry, Dahlia, it's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad. Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Dahlia. Oh, God. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls. Yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Oh, God. Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. That she suspected Dahlia even more there. Witness! Yeah! Eek! I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please. Water. Huh? Can't talk. Need water. Huh. Guess I'll be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. What kind of coffee is this dude drinking? Oh, here we go. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. It was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. Yeah, but like, darker and bitterer than hell itself is not how you describe black coffee unless you got really burnt black coffee. I watched her car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, when the woman came, she stood in front of me. We talked, and then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do that for you? It's enough, Ms. Fay. And his last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Ms. Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? Only one person who can stop it. You, kitten, I think. Full mug of espresso. Things possible. I guess if my man probably just like made a French press and then left the grounds in the whole time. That's how you get coffee that's darker and bitterer than hell itself. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining and already dark too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Falls? Eagle Mountain, that spot. Strong memories. Why'd he just climb up? Could it be he's hiding something here? He dips the ground. Yeah. In front of the bridge? Okay. You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. Sure is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. Find out why a woman betrayed him. For him, 30 minutes must have been a blink of an eye. Okay, so one theory right now. Gotta get our thinking caps on. Begin thinking, please. One thought. He gets there first. How did she get behind him? Right? That's weird, right? I don't want to fire yet because I want to get our pressing done first, but then we'll go ahead and be like... the car from vision, never put a body in there. You're watching the car. That bridge was broken, no one can come from there, so I was watching car. What else are you expecting him to do? Suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting a feeling, a contradiction. I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came, no car, nothing. Yeah, this is... Woman came, she stood in front of me. Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face. Wait a minute. If you remember her face, then why'd you make her wear a scarf with an vacation? Sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. We talked, then she left. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls, Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied, got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with the answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault, but I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It doesn't matter no more. And either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on the bridge, I had nothing left to live for. Jeez. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset was at 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark by 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? He's the fall guy. Is the waterfall, and he's the fall guy. I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. Don't the point of the contradiction anyway. It's the curse of being the defense lawyer, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna get the crown for the new space skins, that's so true. Alright, here we go. Alright, click save because we've gone through all the options now. Alright. Alright. Disagree. Disagree! So when you got to the bridge, no one arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge, you're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? What? What? Oh, love to hear your rationale on this, Ms. Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at the photo, it's perfectly clear. Obviously the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Exactly. Flip. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. Goes up, Shuriken. I think so. Usually he does. The big ball and chain, he's trying to eat it, usually. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. Okay, this is new. This is new info. Memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. Yo! What? Hello? The lore? It's a special memory for me. This is it, what I went to get. What the heck? This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. What could this possibly mean? Your Honor, you heard what my client said. Arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but they got his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly wasn't enough time for it. So I got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Erp. Huh? Mr. Falls? Bleeding? What? That's enough, please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago if it ever happens that we can't trust other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Oh, God. No! Stop a trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid, couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this. No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again? No, kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls! Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee. Wait, what? Did Armando... Mr. Falls! Did Diego kill him? Bruh. I don't believe so. How did he have the bottle? And so my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. Ended with no winners, only losers. Ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought I'd never heal. Oh, right, he wanted water to give him coffee together. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. Yeah, right. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Dun dun dun. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. All we had to do was reach out to the truth, and it would have been over. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It was all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry. My coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. There it is. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Holy shit! Oh. This guy's incredible. He kind of sucks in the past right now, but man, he's also incredible. Only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Where'd the coffee go? Mr. Armando. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. Empty cup, okay. Fair. Yeah, no, he's doing, you know, it's a bit. He's doing a bit, and the bit's bad, but he doesn't strike me as being, yes. They were dating, I think, after this, obviously, so, but like, certainly, the impression I get from Armando is he's being like he's like a womanizer, but certainly not, like, hateful. It doesn't improve the situation, to be honest, much. A little bit, maybe, but not by much. But clearly Mia and him, you know, figured out a way through it, so, you know. Anyway. I'm not qualified to speak on this in detail, obviously. 1 year later, in the very same courthouse, and it's also like it's 2004. We got many layers here of context, and it's not. Back it up 3 steps. It's not good that he's calling his younger colleague kitten in the courtroom. That's not good. We can agree on that one. But you know, as a character, I'm enjoying Armando / Godot. Yeah, we're still at the end of 4. Hello, Shrew, good to see you. I myself got wrapped up in that case. Oh, no case. Whoa. Oh, yeah. You sure as heck did. Only after that did Dalvia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over, at least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all of this. Is he in the hospital? Bridge to the turnabout. Yo, who's that in the top right? Holy cow. Oh, okay. Pre-explanation before. Okay, yeah. No, I'm done. Long trial. That makes sense. 4 hours easily. Wow, that is a long trial. Fascinating. Okay, we'll decide in a second, but YouTube folks, before we'll do the sign off for the VOD real quick. If you're watching the VOD, thank you so much for coming by. Hopefully you enjoyed the VOD. That's the end of 3-4. Incredible case. Very good lore. Getting some background for Diego / Godot. There's a lot going on here. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, make sure you consider subscribing below to find more content from me on YouTube, including the Ace Attorney series, which you can find also in the playlist above, and as well as a bunch of games, other video games, gaming on the channel. And come by the stream. Join us live, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you live. Until next time. Peace.